Hello friends, let's study an important topic today, time, speed and distance. Time, speed and distance. This is very important topic because there is a question asked that not just directly from this. There's problems like train, boat and stream, all revolve around the concept of time, speed and distance. Now what is speed? If I ask anyone what is the speed in which you drive your bike or car, they may say 80 km speed, 120 km speed, but what they normally say is 120 km per hour. That means that itself says distance traveled divided by time taken is the formula for speed. So you don't have to remember the formula, but it's very easy. Just like how we normally say a speed in kilometers, you can know the formula. Now using this, you can also write the formula for distance is time multiplied by speed. Similarly, for distance or the time, you can say distance by speed. So these are the three formulas you have to remember, but it's easy as well. Okay. Now the unit of time we have used here is kilometer per hour, right? In some cases, the unit may be meter per second. Let's see what's the relationship between them. See, suppose if I say 120 km per hour, that means 120 into kilometer is 1000 and hour has how many seconds? 60 minutes and 60 seconds. So if I simplify this, 0 0 0 0 gets cut, 6 ones are 6 twos are, right? So 200 divided by 6 or 100 divided by 3, right? So this is how you convert this unit from kilometer per hour to meter per second. But in exams we will not always do this. What we normally do is we just take kilometer per hour as just 1000 divided by 3600. So we get 5 by 18. So whenever you are converting the unit from kilometer per hour to meter per second, we multiply that with 5 by 18, and when you are converting from meter per second to kilometer per hour, then we multiply that by 18 by 5. Okay, please remember these small things that will help you in doing the question faster. Okay, so the next concept here is, suppose someone is traveling from one location to other in a different speed and returning with another speed. Then how do we find the average speed? See here, suppose a person from A goes to location B, a person from location A goes to location B. Let's say while going, let's say he goes by bus, and while returning, let's say he returns by car. So obviously the time taken to return are different. So while going, let's say he went with S1 speed and might have taken different time T1, and while returning, he returns with a different speed and he would obviously take different time because the speed is more, the time taken will be less. Okay, now let's see what is the average speed. How do you find the average speed? Average speed is what? We get the average speed by knowing the total distance traveled by total time taken. Now what is the total distance traveled? The total distance is, let's say this is D, then you 1D plus while returning another D. So 2D is the total distance and the time taken is t1 plus t2, which is equal to, here speed into time is distance, and here also speed into time is distance, and we have same two conditions for the same distance. So we have d is equal to s1 t1, which says t1 is equal to d by s1. Similarly, we have another formula for d, which is d is equal to s2 t2, which means t2 is equal to d by s2. Let's substitute these values here. We get 2d divided by d by s1 plus d by s2. So 2d divided by d s1 plus d s2 divided by s1 s2, which I will take it to the numerator, s1 s2. So this d gets cancelled with these two d's, because if I take this d common out, I can cancel with this. Now I have 2 times s1 s2 divided by s1 plus s2. So this is the average speed. Okay, average speed formula. So this is important. It will save a lot of time. Please remember. Okay, now another kind of questions asked in exams are, see, we have three variables here: time, speed, and distance. When distance is same in the question, distance is not varying, only variables are time and speed, then how are they related? Let's see. Just imagine the distance is fixed. Let's say a person is going from Mysore to Bangalore, or let's say a group of bikers are going from Mysore to Bangalore. The distance is same. Now, whosoever speed is more, they will take less time, because the distance is same. The speed is more, he will take less time. If someone is taking more time, that means the speed is less. So speed is directly proportional to, speed is inversely proportional to time. Okay, we'll see how this is derived. Say a person going from one location to other with s1 speed, and he takes t1 time, and while returning the distance is same, he returns with a different speed, and obviously he will take a different time. Now the distance is same for both. The formula we have is for d is equal to s1 into t1. Similarly, for the same d we have another formula, which is s2 into t2. Here, since these are equal, I can take this s2 to the denominator. S1 by s2 is equal to, I can take this t1 to the right hand side, t2 by t1. So this is the formula, but remember, only in case where d is same and the variables are speed and time, we will use this, and it's very important formula. And it's easy to remember as well. Like the way I said, if distance is constant, the variables are only time and speed, then you can just think of a situation where if the speed is increased, time will be reduced. So opposite side, right? So we can write s1 by s2 is equal to t2 by t1, not t1 by t2. Please be careful, t2 by t1. Okay. Similarly, there is another condition when time is same. When time is constant, then what happens? What do you mean by time is constant? See, in a situation where two persons, let's say P and Q, two persons P and Q are in different location A and B, and they are trying to travel towards each other. Let's say B is trying to travel towards B and Q is traveling towards A, and let's say they meet at certain point C. Okay, let's say P was traveling with speed s1 and Q was traveling with speed s2. Okay, they would be taking, see, both started at the same time and both were traveling until they met each other. That means the the time t is same for both, correct? The time t is same for both. Now the distance traveled by both are different because if his speed is more, he would have traveled more distance. If speed is less, he would have traveled less distance. Now from here we have formula for d1 is equal to s1 into t. Here we have formula for d2 as s2 into t. Here we get t is equal to d1 by s1. Here we get t is equal to d2 by s2. And these both t's are same because both start at the same time, and until they met each other they were traveling. So t is same. So I will equate these two both. d1 by s1 is equal to d2 by s2, or in other words d1 by d2 is equal to s1 by s2. Here see, time is constant, the variables are time is constant and variables are s and d. It's very obvious. I have given 1 hour each, and if I ask two riders to ride in 1 hour, whoever having higher speed will travel more distance. So they are directly proportional. That's why d1 by d2 is equal to s1 by s2. So it's very easy to remember the formula. In first case, it's inversely proportional because as the speed increased, time used to be reducing. Here in this case, when t is constant, when the speed is increased, d will also increase. So they are directly proportional. So we have two formulas. In first case, s1 by s2 was equal to t2 by t1, and in this case, s1 by s2 is equal to d1 by dt. Okay. Now there is another special case in which, in this special case what happens is, two people meet each other like the way we have shown here. Two people meet in a location point C. After that they return to each other's destination. After that, let's say they return to each other's destination. In this case, what happens? See, this person who was traveling with speed s1 continued to travel with the same speed s1, and here since we have shown he has traveled more distance because speed is more. Now he will take less time because he only has small distance to cover. So this time he will be taking a different time, t1, and this person who was traveling with speed s2 will continue to ride in speed s2, and he will take different time t2, which is obviously more because he has larger distance to cover. Now how is this t related to these two t's? There has to be a relationship because the speed that they have used for the entire journey is same. Even here the speed which is used for entire journey is same, so there has to be a relationship. Let's see how we can derive a formula or a relationship. See, here we have for d1 we have two different formulas. d1 is equal to s1 into t, which is also is equal to s2 into t2. Correct? Similarly here we have d2 is equal to s2 into t, which is also equal to s1 into t1. Right? From here I'll take the formula for t as s2 by s1 into t2, and here I get the formula for t as s1 by s2 into t1. Okay, let's say this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. See, these two are equal. Let me equate those two. Equating 1 and 2 implies s2 by s1 into t2 is equal to s1 by s2 into t1, which means if I take t2 here, then I get s2 by S1, and if I bring this to left hand side, I get S1 on the bottom, S1 square, S2 square by S1 square is equal to T1 by T2. Or I can also write this inverse for our convenience. S1 square by S2 square is equal to T2 by T1, which means S1 by S2 is equal to square root of T2 by T1. Please remember, these are inversely proportional. Speed and time are always inversely proportional. So it's T2 by T1, but with the square root. So now we have one formula. Now let's do another thing. We have equation 1 and equation 2. Let's multiply these two. Multiplying 1 and 2, what we get? T and T multiplied, we get T square is equal to S2 by S1 into T2 into S1 by S2 into T1. So S1 gets cancelled, S2 gets cancelled. We are left with T1 T2, which means T is equal to square root of T1 T2. Okay. Please remember these two formulas, and remember these are used when two people meet at certain point and return to each other's destination. In this case only we will use this, and it's very important. See, we have a special question here. A man covers a certain distance on scooter. Had he moved 3 km per hour faster, he would have taken 20 minutes less. If he had moved 2 km per hour slower, he would have taken 20 minutes more. Find the original speed. See, to solve this problem, whatever concept we have learned till now, that will be not enough to solve this problem in 30 seconds or within 1 minute. So, only in some cases I suggest you to remember some formulas, and this case is one of those, so I am doing it right now. So here, in a situation like this, where if he had moved certain, increase the speed by, let's say, S1, he would have taken, let's say, T amount of time, extra T amount of time, or he would have taken T amount of time lesser than usual. And let's say if you had reduced the speed by S1 or let's say S2, you would have consumed another extra T time. So in such cases, if you have to know the original speed, the formula would be original speed is equal to these two, S1 and S2, 2 times S1 and S2 would divide by S2 minus S1, or whichever is higher, the difference of those two numbers. So we will use this formula. So here what we have, these both 20 minutes and 20 minutes, these are same, right? In such cases only we use this. So original speed is equal to, we have 2 into, this is 3 kilometers. If you had increased the speed by 3 kilometers, or here in second case if you had reduced this by 2 kilometers. So we have 3 into 2 divided by 3 minus 2 is equal to 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 3, 12, 12 divided by 1 is equal to 12 kilometers per hour. This average speed. Check. We have a question here. A boy walking at 3/5 of his usual speed reaches his school 14 minutes late. What is his usual time to reach the school? See, now we have the speed ratio. Let's say usual and now. See, usually, let's say he was going at speed 1. Now he is going at 3/5 of his usual speed, right? Now this is about speed. This is about speed. What about time? Time will be inversely proportional, right? That means this time he would be taking, earlier if he was taking 3 by 1, 5 of time, now he will be taking 1 amount of time. Correct? That means this ratio can also be written as 5:3, and this ratio can be written as 3:5. Okay? Clear? And the ratio of difference in time, see, if he was taking 3 units of time, now he is taking 5 units of time. So this can be anything, multiple of 3, it can be anything. So, but the unit difference, let's see, there is a 2 units difference between the time which he was taking usually and the time which he is taking now. Okay, there is 2 units difference between 3 and 5. But question says he was 14 minutes late. Because of this 2 units of time, he was 14 minutes late. That means 2 units is equal to 14 minutes. Correct? That means what? What is 3 units? 2 units is 14 minutes, means 3 units should be 21 minutes. And 5 units should be 35 minutes. What is the question? What is the usual time to reach school? The usual time is 21 minutes. This is the answer. Easy, right? Okay, look at this question. A boy walking at a speed of 10 km per hour reaches his school 12 minutes late. Next time, walking at a speed of 15 km per hour reaches his school at 7 minutes late. Find the distance of his school from his house. See, his house and this school. He walks at, first time he walks at 10 km per hour speed and he reached 12 minutes late. Or I can write minus 12 minutes, or let's say late, right? So let's take it plus. Okay. Next time we went at speed 15 kilometers per hour and it took 7 more minutes. Like if this is 12 minutes more than usual time and this is 7 minutes more than usual time. Again, second time also it took 7 minutes. Find the distance of his school from his house. See, the distance traveled in both the cases are same. So when the distance is same, the only formula we know is speed is inversely proportional to time. T2 by T1. We know the speed ratio 10 by 15, right? Speed ratio is 10 by 15, right? That means 2 by 3. So T2 by T1 is equal to 2 by 3. T2 by T1 is equal to 2 by 3 is what it says. Here the difference between T1 and T2 is only 1 unit. This is 2, this is 3, right? But here what it says, earlier he was 12 minutes late, now he is 7 minutes late. That means the difference is 5 minutes. Correct? 5 minutes. So 1 unit difference is, here 1 unit is 5 minutes. That means what is 3 minutes? 3 units. 3 units should be 15 minutes and 2 units should be 10 minutes. So T2 is 10 minutes and T1 is 15 minutes. Now we have speed, we know the time, now we have to calculate distance. So distance is equal to speed into time. So if you take S1, take T1 along with it, or if you take S2, take T2 along with it. So both will give you same answer. So what is S1? S1 is 10 into what is T1? T1 is 15 minutes. 15 minutes, can I write it as 1 by 4 hour? So 10 by 4 is 5 by 2, which is 2.5 kilometers is the answer. Same time with S2. S2 is 15 kilometers per hour, and the time what we have is 10 minutes. 10 minutes we can write as 1/6 of the hour, 1/6 of the hour, which means 3 2s are 3 5s are, so 5/2, again it is 2.5 kilometers. So answer is not going to change. You can take whichever you want. So answer will be same. So 2.5 kilometers is the answer. See, we have SSC 2020 question here. A takes 30 minutes more than B to cover certain distance of 15 km at certain speed. If A doubles his speed, he takes 1 hour less than B to cover the same distance. What is the speed of B? See, A is covering this distance of 15 kilometers, and he takes 30 minutes more time. Like if B is taking certain time, he takes plus half an hour to cover this distance, and we don't know what speed he is doing it. Let's say it's S1. Next, if he doubles his speed, let's say he goes and doubles the speed, which is 2S1, then he will be taking 1 hour less. That means whatever B was taking, he will take minus 1 hour. What is the speed of B is the question. In both the cases, distance traveled is same. Then the only formula we know is S1 by S2 is equal to T2 by T1. Okay, S1 by S2 is equal to S1 by S1 cancels, so 1 by 2. Right? T2 by T1 is equal to 1 by 2. So the unit difference between T1 and T2 is 1 here. But what is the difference here? He took half an hour extra first, and later 1 hour less. That means there is a difference of 1.5 hours. There is 1.5 hours difference between these two units. That means there is only 1 unit difference, but that 1 unit is causing 1.5 hours difference. That means what? T2 is equal to 1.5 and T1 is equal to 3, because 1.5 into 2, 3 hours. So now we know the time taken by A, here T1 and T2 both. But what we need is, we want to know the time taken by B. What is time taken by B? Here A took 3 hours, which is half an hour extra compared to B. That means B took 2.5 hours. Clear? The time taken by B is 2.5 hours to cover what distance? 15 kilometers. So now we need to know the speed of B. The speed of B is equal to distance, which is 15 kilometers, divided by time is 2.5, which means 15 divided by 2.5 is 5 by 2. So I write 5 here, and 2 I will take to the numerator. 5 1s are 5 3s are equal to 6 kilometers. 6 kilometers is the right answer. Option B. Okay, we have another SSC 2020 question. Amit travelled a distance of 50 kilometers in 9 hours. He travelled partly on foot at 5 km per hour and partly by bicycle at 10 km per hour. The distance travelled on bicycle is, see, Amit travelled a total distance of 50 kilometers, partly by foot and partly by bicycle. And while travelling in foot, what was his speed? It was 5 kilometers per hour, and while travelling in bicycle, the speed was 10 kilometers per hour. Now we need to know what is this distance from here to here that he travelled in bicycle. Let's say the distance travelled from here to here is x, and that is y. Now we need to find the value of y. See, what we know is 50 kilometers is the total distance travelled, and 9 hours is the total time taken. So the total time taken 9 is equal to, there is two different times taken. Time taken to travel on foot and time taken to travel by bicycle. The time taken to travel by foot is equal to x by 5 and time taken to travel by bicycle is y by 10. And we have another matrix here which is 50 kilometers. What is 50 kilometers? 50 kilometers is equal to the distance traveled by foot plus the distance traveled by bicycle. So these are the two equations we have. Let's simplify this. How do we simplify this? Cross multiply. 10x plus 5y is equal to 10x plus 5y divided by 50. So I take 50 onto the numerator here, left hand side. So it becomes 450 is equal to 10x plus 5y. So I take this as equation 1 and equation 2. How to simplify this? See, in order to simplify this, I need to have one of the coefficient to be same. So let me take 5 and multiply this equation 2. So what happens? If I multiply the second equation with 5, 50 becomes 250, x becomes 5x and y becomes 5y. Correct? Now I can, from equation 1 I can deduct equation 2. So y gets cancelled. Here I will have only 5x because 10x minus 5x, and here I will have 200. That means x is equal to 40. So x is equal to 40 kilometers. Total is 50. If x is 40 kilometers, then y should be 10. Right? If x is 40, y is 10. 10 kilometers is answer. Okay, we have another SSC 2020 question. Two cars A and B leave Delhi at 8:30 a.m. and 9 a.m. for Shimla respectively. They travel at a speed of 40 km per hour and 50 km per hour respectively. How many kilometers away from Delhi will the two cars be together? See, the question is Delhi and Shimla. Two cars A and B. They start. One starts at 8:30 and the other starts at 9 a.m. Okay, this is also a. This goes at a speed of 40 kilometers per hour, and the second one goes at 50 kilometers per hour. Now, see, one started early and the second one has to catch up with his speed. So after how many kilometers they catch up? That is what is asked. Options are 45 kilometers, 50 kilometers, 200 kilometers and 100 kilometers. How do you do this? See, though the distance is to be covered is same, time is also different here. One starts at 8:30, the other one starts at 9. So what do we do? What do we do? Can we ask both to start at 8:30? Can we do that? Then what happens? If you ask both to start at 8:30, instead of starting from Delhi, let's make this guy, that B, to start early from a distance before Delhi. And he started half an hour extra, so let's give him a distance which is 25 kilometers before Delhi. So let him start from here. If he starting from here and A is starting from here, both starting at 8:30, our issue is resolved. See, now the question net to net is like this. B is here and A is here. The distance between them is 25 kilometers and they both start at 8:30 and they meet after certain time. So now we need to find what is the distance they traveled. This is A is in Delhi, right? This is Delhi. From here, whatever distance they have traveled, that is what we need to find. Let's say that is, let's say this is D2 and the the distance traveled by B is, let's say, d1. So now both started at the same time, and until they meet each other they were traveling, so time is same here. In this case time is same. When time is same, distance and speed are directly proportional. S1 by S2 is equal to S1 by S2 is equal to d1 by d2. What is S1 here? S1 is this, because I have taken this as d, right? So S1 is this and S2 is this. What is his speed? What is B speed? 50 kilometers per hour, and S2 is 40 kilometer per hour. So 50 divided by 40 is equal to d1 by d2. d1 by d2. Right. Now the difference between d1 and d2 is how much? See, whatever distance A traveled, the same distance plus 25 is traveled by B. So the difference between d1 and d2 is 25 kilometers, not more than that. Agree? So only 25 kilometers is the difference between D and D, because this distance both have traveled. Only this distance is traveled by B separately. So the difference between d1 and d2 is 25 kilometers. But here, what is the difference? Here it says 5 by 4. Here it says 5 by 4. That means the d1 by d2 is equal to 5 by 4, which is 1 unit. This 1 unit difference is giving us 25 kilometers difference. If 1 unit is equal to 25 kilometers, then 5 should be 125 kilometers and 4 should be 100 kilometers. Correct? So D2 should be 100 kilometers and D1 is 125 kilometers. Our question, what we need? We need D2. Distance from Delhi is what asked. So it's D2, it's 100 kilometers. So answer is 100. In 100 kilometers, they will catch it. So option D, 100 kilometers, the right answer. We have the next question from SSC 2020. Two cyclists X and Y start at the same time from place A and go towards place B at 6 km per hour and 8 km per hour respectively. Two cyclists X and Y, they travel from A to B, and X goes at speed of 6 km per hour and Y goes at the speed of 8 km per hour. Okay, and despite stopping for 15 minutes during the journey, Y reaches 10 minutes earlier than X. The distance between places A and B is. See, here the distance is same. The only formula we know is S1 by S2 is equal to T2 by T1, which is equal to 6 by 8 is equal to 3 by 4. So that is that's a speed ratio, but then that implies T2 by T1 is equal to 3 by 4. So the difference between T1 and T2 is only 1 unit. But here in the question it says Y took 15 minutes rest but still reached 10 minutes early. That means he reached 25 minutes early. In fact, if he had not taken rest, then he reached 25 minutes early. Correct? So this 1 unit difference is giving us 25 minutes. 25 minutes. That means 3 units is 75 minutes. 75 minutes and 4 units is 100 minutes. That means T1, like X took 100 minutes to travel and Y took 75 minutes to travel. So use any one of the cases and you can get the answer. Let's say first one, let's say X with the speed of 6 kilometers, he took, let's say T1, right? T1 took 100 minutes. What is 100 minutes? 100 minutes is 1 hour 40 minutes. So 40 minutes calculated as 2 by 3. So 1 hour 2 by 3. This is the speed. This is time. So you get the distance 1 1 into 3, 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 by 3. 6 into 5 by 3, 3 ones are 3 twos are is equal to 10 kilometers. Same answer you get if you take the other one. Let's say distance is equal to speed into time, right? The speed S2 if you take 8 kilometers and the T2 is what? 75 minutes is 60 minutes is 1 hour, another 15 minutes is left, 15 minutes is 1 by 4. That means 8 into 4 plus 1, 5, 5 by 4, 4 ones are 4 twos are is equal to 10 kilometers. So answer is not going to change. You can use one of these and get the right answer. 10 kilometers, option D is the right answer. Okay, look at this question. A train starts from A to B and another from B to A at the same time. After crossing each other, they complete their journey in 3.5 and 4 by 7 hours respectively. If the speed of the first train is 60 km per hour, then find the speed of the second train. See, this is the special case that we discussed where two parties meet each other and go to each other's destination. Do you remember? So, where we had two formulas. One is speed ratio S1 by S2 is equal to square root of T2 by T1 and T is equal to square root of T1 T2, right? Where T is the initial time where they meet and T1 and T2 are the different times they take to go to each other's destination. And if they are traveling with speed S1, then this will be S1, and if they are traveling with speed 2, then this is S2. So you remember this, right? So same concept applies here. Here we have the they crossing each other. They complete their journey in this and this are T1 and T2. Okay. So T1 is equal to T1 and T2 we have. What we need to find is S2. S1 is this. We need to find S2. So we can use this formula here. S1 by S2 is equal to S1 by S2 is equal to S1 is 60 kilometers and let's assume S2 is x kilometers per hour. 60 by x is equal to square root of T2 by T1. What is T2? 2 4 by 7. 2 4 by 7 divided by 3 1 by 2, which is equal to square root of 7 into 2 14, 14 plus 4 18, 18 divided by 7, 18 divided by 7. So I write this also I get in this I get as 3 into 2 6 plus 1 7, 7 by 2, 7 by 2 I'll write as like this 7 by 2. Okay. Now we have square root of 36 divided by 49, which is equal to square root of 36 is 6 and this is 7. So we have S1 by S2 is equal to 6 by 7, which is equal to 60 by x. That means x is equal to 60 into 7 divided by 6. 6 ones are 6 tens are. So x is equal to 70 km per hour. So this is one example for the special case that we discussed. Okay, we have another SSC 2020 question. Two racers run at a speed of 100 meters per minute and 120 meters per minute respectively. If the second racer takes 10 minutes less than the first to complete the run, then how long is the race? See here also the distance is same. The speed of the first racer is 100 meters per minute, not seconds, please be careful. And the second is 120 meters per minute, and the time taken by the second racer is 10 minutes less. Okay, here we need to find how long is the race, that means we need to find the distance. See, the only formula we know when distance is same is S1 by S2 is equal to T2 by T1, which is equal to 100 by 120, which means 5 by 6. Right? So we have T2 by T1 is equal to 5 by 6. Now here the difference between time 1 and time 2 is 1 unit. That 1 unit is equal to, what is the difference between them? 10 minutes. So 1 unit is equal to 10 minutes. So 5 units should be 50 minutes and 60 minutes. Now that means what? Racer 1 takes 60 minutes to run and the racer 2 takes 50 minutes. Now if you have to find the distance, what is the formula? Distance is equal to speed into time. You take any one of them. You take S1 into T1 or S2 into T2, you get the same answer. So what is S1? S1 into T1, if you see, S1 is 100 meters per minute into time is T1 is 60 minutes. 60 minutes. Okay, let me take 60 minutes, or let me take 1 hour. 1 hour if it is in kilometer. Okay, let me take it as 60 minutes only. 60 minutes. So minute I can cut. So 60 into 100 is 6000. So same answer you get it if you do S2 into T2 also. S2 is 50 into T2 is 50 and S2 is 120. There also you get the same thing. 12 5s are 66,000. So this is not going to change. Here since I have not changed anything because minute to minute gets cancelled. So 6 kilometers is the right answer. Okay, we have a SSC 2020 question, another one. The distance between two stations A and B is 575 kilometers. 575 kilometers. A train starts from A at 3 p.m. From A, it starts at 3 p.m. at a speed of 50 kilometers per hour. Okay, and another train starts from B. Another train starts from B towards A at 3:30 p.m. and moves towards A at an average speed of 60 kilometers per hour. How far from A will the trains meet? Okay, see, they didn't start at the same time. So what do we do here? Let us make them start at the same time. What if you make the train which is starting from B to start at 3 p.m.? What happens? If he starts 30 minutes early, what happens? If he starts 30 minutes early, let us make him start from here. Instead of point B, let us make him start from a point which is 30 minutes, right? In 1 hour he goes 60 kilometers. So in 30 minutes you hardly go 30 kilometers. So let us give him another 30 kilometers extra to travel. Now the question is different. Now the question is both start at 3 p.m. and the distance between them is 275 plus 30 is 605 kilometers, and they travel towards each other, and one with 50 kilometers per hour speed and the other with 60 kilometers per hour speed. See, now they both start at the same time, 3 p.m. So the time they take to travel, this time is same. Until they meet each other, they will be traveling. So since the time is same, the formula what we have is S1 by S2 is equal to D1 by D2. D1 by D2. What is S1 by S2? 50 by 60. 50 by 60 or 5 by 6. So the distance D1 and D2 together is 605. That 605 has to be divided into 11 parts. 6 part is travelled by D2 and 5 parts is travelled by D1. So 605 if I divide by 11, 11 5s are 11 5s are 55. So 55 into 5, 55 into 6 is the distance we get. So 55 into 5. So d1 by d2 is equal to 5 into 55 and 6 into 55, which is equal to 55 into 5 is 275 divided by 6 into 55 is, we don't have to calculate because d1 is what we needed, but anyways we can calculate. It's 300 325, sorry 330. See, together it is 605. So how far from A will the trains meet? How far from A? This is what they want. This point is 275 kilometers, and this is 330, right? 330. This is what is required. So 275 kilometers is the right answer. Okay, this is another question from SSC 2020. X and Y are two stations which are 280 kilometers apart. X and Y are two stations which are 280 kilometers apart. A train starts at a certain time from X and travels towards Y at 60 kilometers per hour. At 60 kilometers per hour, train A starts from X, and after 2 hours another train starts from Y. See, another train starts from Y, not immediately but after 2 hours at the speed 20 kilometers per hour. Okay, how many hours does the train leaving from X meet the train which left from Y? Okay, see, this is similar to the previous question. What we will do is, we will make this train also to start at the same time when the train from A starts. So let us give him extra distance, 2 hours, right? So in 2 hours he can travel 40 kilometers. So let us give him 40 kilometers extra time. So now the question is, change to X and the distance between them is 320 kilometers. 320 kilometers, and they start at the same time and they meet at certain point, and so the t is same for both. So the target, this is S1 60 kilometers per hour and S2 is 20 kilometers per hour. So the formula is S1 by S2 is equal to T2, sorry, D1 by D2, which is equal to 60 by 20, which is 3 by 1. So D1 by D2 is equal to 3 by 1. So the unit difference is 2. Or total we have 4 parts. 4 parts of the distance. 3 part is covered by D1. 1 part is covered by D2. So we will divide 320. Divide 320 into 4 parts is equal to 4 ones are, so 80 kilometers each. So 80 kilometers. 3 parts of 80 is 240 and 1 part is 80. So distance travelled by the second train is 80 kilometers and here it is 240. See, they want to know the distance from X, so 240 is the right answer. So now how many hours does the train take? Now we know the distance and we know the speed. Let's find the time. Time is equal to distance by speed. So distance travelled is 240 and the speed is 60 kilometers per hour. 61 so 64 so t is equal to 4 hours. So the train A takes 4 hours to reach this 240 kilometers. So 4 hours, option A is correct answer.